Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing some scroll and scribble in my sketchbook. If you would like to join me, go ahead and grab you something that you want to practice with. Today I'm going to be using Neocolor IIs and Stabilo Woodys, but you can use whatever you would like. Even if you want to paint, you can paint. Scroll and scribble is all about just getting to work in your sketchbook. For those of you who are new here, I have pre-selected a whole bunch of images and I'm going to scroll through them really quick and stop on a random one, and whatever it is, no matter what it is, we're gonna draw it out. And then I'm gonna do it again, and then we're gonna fill up a full 2-page spread in my sketchbook. It's a lot of fun, it's very random, and I will put the picture on the screen for you in case you wanna draw along with me. And yeah, I think that's it. So let's just go. Okay, just starting from the top, so I'm gonna put my cursor on this side, and whatever lands there is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna scroll and stop. Okay. All right, that should be fun. I think I'm gonna put this one down at the bottom. Okay, so before I get started on this one, I wanted to show you really quickly. I get questions sometimes on why I choose Neocolors over the Woodys and vice versa, as to whether or not they're like different or like what makes me choose one or the other. But it's really just based on color because they act very similar. Woodys are usually a little less blendy depending on the shade of color. I don't know why. They're just not as consistent across the board as the Neocolors. But most of the time it's really just the shade of color. So I have a couple of purples that are really close to the color that I want to use. There's the Woody. This is the lilac purple, which is a little pink. And then this is the violet. So they're just different shades. And I think I actually want to use the Woody over those because those are a little too pink. You can also see that the Woody has more of a waxy shine to it than the Neocolors. So that's also like a really small difference. A lot of times you don't even notice that unless you've just used them a lot, which I have used both a lot. So I've kind of picked up on the subtle differences and now they kind of feel like big differences to me. But to the average person, they're not gonna be a huge difference. All right, let's see. Got the puddle going up to the opening. I'm gonna try not to overthink this one because with all the little glass parts, I could definitely see myself getting a little carried away with this one if I'm not aware of it. I think I actually did my bottle a little too narrow. Because the glass is there, I'm gonna leave like a little sliver of white and kind of go above it. It's like a triangle kind of shape. Kind of goes that way. There's another triangle shape. And then kind of makes this is the little part that pours out. And the circle. Got a puddle right there. Trying to break it down a little bit in case you're like, I don't even know where to start with this thing. Because it can definitely be, glass bottles and stuff can definitely be a strange object to try to draw. All right, so let's see. This is one of those things where, you know, if you've never drawn something like this before, just drawing it once, however good or bad it is gonna help you for like the next time you go to draw something like this. So do the best you can. Keep going. Never done anything like this glass, like with different sides showing. It's definitely interesting because you really do have to like break it down into like different sections. I'm always so amazed, like when I'm sketching, I'm really close, but then whenever I stop, I like pull back and look at it and I'm like, oh, that looks pretty good. This is a really fun one. This one's probably gonna be the hardest one. So I'm glad I started from the bottom because there's so much glass showing. It's gonna be weird leaving so much of the page. the reflection on the glass comes down and then kind of goes that way and then goes up and past and then back down like that. All right, this part kind of goes around like that and like that at the edge of the bottle. So there's a small circle like that. There's like a little drip. Red one, definitely the hardest one for sure. It looks pretty cool though. Let's see what we can do here. It's kind of looking right, maybe. I almost forgot about the red blob on the ground. Let's see if I could get a little bit of dark here. Man, my nose, I think I'm getting sick, guys. Fingers crossed I'm not getting sick. My nose won't stop running though, so, you know, that's kind of like your first sign, isn't it? Don't really have a good dark color in this, so maybe this will be good enough. I'm glad I chose not to use black. I was thinking about doing the shadowing with like a black or dark gray, but I'm glad I chose to use just a darker version of these colors. This is a really good one to practice for sure. There's so many different directions of everything and... Alright, I don't think I have a super deep purple. That's like a weird color. Maybe the royal blue. Let me try the royal blue. Yeah, I think royal blue might be better. What do you think? I think we're done. I think we should be done. I think we should be done with this one. I'm going a little too detailed, aren't I? Okay. A little bit of pink in here. Just because I think the purple got a little dark. Purples are so hard to get the exact purple color. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Okay. All right, I like it. I think the middle bottle came out the best. And I actually really like how this one came out. I was worried about this one the most. That one was tricky. Let's scroll some more, see what we're gonna get. All right, this time I'm gonna put it on the right side and we're gonna scroll and keep scroll. Okay, why did it stop scrolling? Okay, it's still scrolling. And stop. Oh, okay. Oh, this is gonna be cute. Okay. Birdhouse. Birdhouse in the middle? Would there be I don't know if there would be enough room for the bird at the top if we put the birdhouse here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it in the middle, but like off to the side a little bit. I don't know. I think I'm gonna just start with the bird and see where it takes me. Because if I start with the house, I'm definitely gonna run out of room for the bird. I can feel it. All right, here goes nothing with the bird. There's his tail and his wing. Comes like that, some little jiggy jaggeds. His head is like that, and then his body, this kind of chubby body, comes around. Bird is way too big, but you know, we made decisions today, and we have to live with our decisions. So weird. I don't think I've ever drawn a bird quite like I just drew a bird. I've never like started with the tail, which I think his tail needs to kind of come out a little bit more. Birdie legs and wrapping around. Birdie beak. Birdie beak. He's actually got some black on his feathers too. A bird. Now for the rest of the house. Hopefully doing this way is not going to totally mess me up. Okay. I guess it's okay if the birdhouse falls off the page, I think. Because it kind of goes off that way. Angle might be a little bit wrong. There we go. That and that. I think we're just going to lose the bottom, unfortunately. And I know this is gray, but I think I'm going to make it kind of this light blue, just to kind of give it more color. This is actually gold. I'm using gold because it's kind of, you know, I think it's kind of the right color. There you go. I think that looks pretty cool, huh? All right, what do we think? I don't like my color choices for the house. I thought I would like my color choices for the house, but I don't. Let me fix, make his head a little bit more round looking. Is it better? I think that might be better. Bird came out pretty good. House came out pretty good. I'm not a fan of the colors. I think it looks okay. I think because this is so colorful next to it, it makes it look more ugly than it would if it was just by itself. If you just look at it like that, it doesn't look all ugly, but you put that in there and then it's like, ooh. I like it. Okay, let's scroll again. Okay, so now I'm gonna put my cursor right here and we're gonna scroll, 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 and maybe stop. All right, we got a mushroom. Part of me wants to make the mushroom growing off the house and come this way. I think we could try that. If I just kind of bend it a little bit more. And I think I want to leave a little space so I can make it kind of mossy right here. I gotta be careful because it kind of goes up and then it goes over. But let me do the top part so that the top is already like where it needs to be. It's gonna be big. I should probably bring it over even more. That's gonna be a big mushroom. All right, we're just gonna wing it a little bit, kind of like that. Maybe we'll have the top come off the page too. What do we think of that? Does it look like a disaster? It definitely looks like a disaster to me, but we're gonna fix it and it'll be all right. Get a little water in my water brush so that we can kind of erase this line a bit. Do some of this moss. Make it part of the picture too, I think. This side is definitely too big. I feel like I need to bring it farther over. I think that's as good as I'm gonna get. I definitely blended way too many colors up in here, but I'm at a point where I think, you know, it doesn't look too bad, especially from far away. I think from far away it looks good. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna stop. And we're gonna scroll one more time, depending on what we get. If it's something really small and easy, I might do 2 more, but let's just see what we get. Okay, last time, I'm gonna put my cursor down here and we're gonna scroll. And I think I wanna go like really far down on the list this time. So I'm gonna keep scrolling, 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 and stop. Wow, giant sunflower and a butterfly. Okay, I think it's gonna work out pretty good right here. The only bad thing is it's gonna look like the bird wants to eat the butterfly. The whole page has kind of like a nature-y theme, except for the fingernail polish randomly over here. It's funny that I got a butterfly again. I just did a butterfly on the last 2-minute drawing. I'm just gonna kind of give the illusion of all these dots. I'm not really gonna go into that much detail about it. And there's like some butterfly done. So the middle of the sunflower is about there. Now, probably the most intimidating part of a sunflower is the actual petals. You could worry about being like exact, or you could do kind of what I'm about to do, which is just kind of do that shape a bunch. Be a little messy about it, and you can always add more. We're just trying to get kind of the basic shape going on first. I've made my flower really big down here, so I need to make it a little bit bigger up here. And I know it's a bit off, but that's okay. Leaf going on, and I've got another leaf right over here. All right, now we're gonna make this a little bit darker in through here, because down in here is where most of the petals are overlapping. Okay, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about how this one turned out. I think the only thing I really messed up on was the roof of the birdhouse. In the picture, the roof goes down like really far, and I like stopped really high up for some reason. But that's really the only problem I have with this whole page. I love this page. When I did the birdhouse, and I didn't really like the colors that I used next to this, and I was like, well, maybe this page isn't gonna be that great. But the more I added, the more it all just came together. I really love these bottles. I definitely made this one a little too like long and skinny compared to the other ones, but definitely not mad about that. One thing that I did to these bottles that I think made all the difference is adding the darker color. in here. I was the most nervous to do this bottle, and it actually came out really, really good. And on the flip side, I thought this was gonna be the easiest one, and I actually like this one the least out of all three. That's kind of funny, I think. Mushroom turned out cool. I'm glad I didn't do that weird brown color for the top. I love that it's growing off the roof too. I think that looks really cool. I thought about doing like a lot more green in the background, but I think I'm gonna leave it like this because it might just be a little too much green in the background. Bird was a huge win. I've definitely gotten a lot more comfortable doing birds. I really like the house too. I just wish I had brought that down a little farther. Butterfly. And the sunflower turned out really nice. You know, it helps that I've drawn sunflowers before. Sunflowers are not easy the first time you do them. I like it. I love Scroll and Scribble so much. I love doing it this way. I love, you know, filling up the page all kind of weird. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a blast. Now that I'm looking at this, I think the middle of the sunflower needs to be a little bit bigger. Let me do that real quick. I just saw something. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. I just noticed in the picture that there's a lot more orange in the middle that kind of comes out thicker this way. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching this all come together. And if you drew along with me, make sure you let me know. It's always fun to see, you know, how many people are scrolling and scribbling with me. So I hope you had a good time. Either way, thank you to everybody who left me a like. I really appreciate it. And thank you to all my subscribers, whether you've been here from the start or you just subscribed today. I'm so happy to have you. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time.